talk lust. Let's talk lust, because y'all know I'm Gen Z, but like, and you know, our generation is pretty lustful. But let's talk lust. Lustful friends, just lustful people. Hi, I'm Nala. Welcome to my channel. Hola, soy Nala. Welcome. Hi, my hakunas, my subscribers. It's Nala Matata. Hi, my Naladas. Matata, hakuna matata. Alright, let me shut up. So, I remember back in the day, y'all, I had this friend. And they were like very well known. They were well known. But like, they didn't know how to be by themselves. They didn't know what alone was. Like, and it was weird because like, it's like it really is opposites attract. This person was very confident. I was very shy, but I wasn't really confident at this time. I was very shy. They had confidence. They had the fame. Well, we can call it fame. They had the fame. And I was more laid back, chill, but I loved myself. They didn't really love themselves. And they were insecure. I was shy and more, but I didn't hate myself. So anyway, lustful people. I remember when we were hanging out, and I think we was just sitting down at this event, and I'm over here like, you know, we're chilling, and this was after he just got him and his girlfriend just broke up. So he's dealing with the breakup. And, you know, I'm telling him, you know, learn how to be by yourself. Like, you're a great person, but learn how to be by yourself. Focus on yourself. Heal before you touch anything else. And obviously, they didn't listen to my advice, and which, as expected, like, hopping to person to person, like, kissing another girl every week, like every day, like just different souls filling up his body, basically. And I remember we was at this event, and I'm sorry, this situation just disgusts me when I hear it. So we're at this event, and this pretty girl, and I was like, me and her were like acquaintances. Like, we would say hi to each other every now and then. She knew me a little bit, I knew her, and like, we knew each other because we just complimented each other all the time, called each other pretty and stuff like that. And I remember, like, me and my friend were sitting down together, and they was like, yo, I've been trying to get at that, like, she's so beautiful, she's so pretty. And I'm just like, you know what, like, you should get with her. And then the friend finds out that she has a boyfriend, obviously. And I was like, yo, she has a boyfriend, you know that, right? And he was like, I don't care. Huh? Red flag number one. I was like, huh? And y'all, when lustful people don't get who they want, what they want, they're going to hate you, have secret animosity towards you, envy you. They're basically gonna want to destroy your life, basically. Like, and Lord, little did I know he was gonna destroy mine. He was gonna try. He tried, but you know, I'm still smiling, profiling, styling, looking all snazzling and stuff like that now. So when like a couple months later, like, obviously he's like, this friend of mine was like a little flirty. Like, I could tell they had a crush on me or whatever. And like, I ignored it because he was a player, well-known hoe. I just knew my self-respect. Like, I'm not even saying that to be mean, but like, when somebody really like cannot be alone and really like been passed around, I'm not gonna, I'm just not going for that. A girl who never had her first kiss yet to this day, no. You really thought I would? No. Not happening. Lustful people will, if they don't get what they want, if let's say they want you, if you won't give them a chance, if they don't have any control over you, they are going to punish you for it for the rest of your life. They're going to try. They're going to try and ruin your reputation. They're going to try and use you for your body. They're going to try and get at somebody else or your closest friend because you couldn't give them a chance. And they just want some drama. They want a reaction out of you. Don't let that happen. Please don't let it happen. But of course, one person isn't enough. While I kept on rejecting them, they kept on going to other people. While he's trying to flirt with me, he keeps on talking to other girls, kissing another girl every other single day. I'm not giving him what he wanted, so, you know, he has to find that somewhere else. Little did I know they were going to downplay and try to ruin me. I called this person a friend. Meanwhile, I was the B word. I was this. I was that. I was a liar. I was a player. Never had my first kiss. I was this. I was that. And my naive little self back then, Lord, I couldn't believe it. That's my friend. Once I'm loyal to somebody, I'm loyal to somebody. That's just the type of person I am. I don't even think he knows what loyalty is, because, boy, he ain't got no loyal bone in their body. They kept on trying to push the fact that, yo, I want you, I want you, I want you. I'm like, you're a player. You're passed around like I know. You've been around the whole block and you think you finna get this home? No. Go to them other garages, honey. Cause I'm not, no. I'm straight now. Like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm okay. I'm good. I know you as a friend. We're really great best friends. Like, I see your flaws. I'm not even ready for a relationship. I never dated. I'm just focused on school right now. I just like us being friends. I remember the last time I shook their hand. And this look that they gave me, their eyes, when I shook their hand, it wasn't a normal friendly dab up. It's go time. You want to play? Like, I was their next target. They was the type of person to always have some type of commotion or drama going on, and I never really even realized that till now. Always beefing with a girl or any person. Never never sitting down, eating some ramen, chilling, like just always in some BS. So much for my energy. I started throwing up. I had to distance myself just a little bit, and while they caught on, while they noticed that I caught on to their BS and they caught on to, oh, she about to not be my friend anymore. It's time for me to make her seem like the villain. It's time for me to victimize myself and to lie on her name. And okay. All because you didn't get what you want. Like, that is all because you know deep down you're not ready for anybody. You're battling, you're fighting with yourself every single day. And you knew that I knew that. And for you to flip the whole thing on me and switch up on me and betray me because you dislike yourself. You brainwashed, you had everybody convinced of the type of person you were. but me. And you were scared I was gonna try and let people know and let people, I'm not that type of person. I'm gonna let people find out for themselves. I wouldn't let somebody who is already suffering with themselves suffer with anybody else. I'm not gonna fight somebody who is fighting with themselves internally every single day. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Lustful people, it's like always, they were always trying to be like sexual. They were always trying to, and I'm just like you ain't even getting a pinky promise with me. Like, keep that over there. Like, boundaries. You're mad at my boundaries and self-respect. When the whole time our deep conversations, you were asking for that. You was asking how I had that, how I did that. Like, lustful people are so crazy, and I don't judge them to this day. I don't have any envy towards them towards this day, because again, they're filled with the spirit of lust. And one day they're gonna look back, and when they start changing and maturing and they realize what they've done, that's a whole different person. Like, for you changed as a person, right? You're not the same person you were a couple years back. So why would you have a grudge on that person who did you dirty when you don't even know what type of person they are today? They could have changed for the better. Let that grudge go. Let it go. Let it go. How old are we? Seriously, how old are we? I was praying, I'm like, ain't no way. Because that betrayal. But then, because I used to be so angry when God would show me, like, when he would reveal to me what type of person somebody actually was, I used to be so angry at that instead of just accepting it and moving on. I used to be so angry because that person is not who I imagined in my head. That person is not who they played out to be. And I was mad and stuck onto that. Attachment, boy, is a real thing. It's a real thing. Wasted years out of my life because I saw so much good into somebody who ain't even think about me in how many years? Who's probably not even thinking about me in how many years? This person had so much pride. So much pride. If he saw somebody who looked better than they did, or who was doing better than they did, oh, it's the end of the world for them. They automatically gotta ruin their life. They automatically gotta do something or get attention from other people by degrading others to make themselves feel like they're at the top. All that narcissism. Like, this world is so crazy. Crazy because they hurted me. They turned on me, and I went out and did my hardest to bring that friendship back. I was trying to talk to them. Not argue. I was trying to talk to them. I was trying to let them understand how I felt. And how that betrayal and how them doing me like that ruined me. And how it made me feel some type of way. And while I was trying to make them understand, all they was worried about was winning. Would go after everything. They would be in competition with everything. And that's dangerous. that's dangerous. If they're doing all that, they don't care about themselves, so they're not going to care about you and your safety, your friendship, the years, the loyalty that you had for them. They don't care. Just selfish. Selfish but lost. Selfish and a lost soul. That's why you can't move with hate in your heart. Just because they have hate in their heart. Care about your feelings. If it's up to their desires. If they are feeling desired to something, or if they want something, they're gonna cross anybody. They're gonna hurt anybody. If you looking fine one day, they are going to try and finesse and try and get to you as quick as they can. But once they realize that they can get to you, they're going to gravitate to something else. Something else will eventually catch their eye. And be happy that they left your life. Be happy that they did you dirty. Be happy that they've been revealed to you. Because a lot of people, they have kids with these people. They have soul ties with these type of people. So as sad as you may feel, there's people who are somehow stuck to them forever. Stop falling in love, or stop listening or believing of what they say. It's always what they do. My job yesterday, right? I'm at my job and I'm working. And while I'm working, I get like this sense of weird energy about to hit me and come to my surface, to my area. And my body be knowing. My body be on A game now. So about 2 minutes later, like, I'm still having this heavy feeling, I'm feeling this heavy feeling is just weighted in my chest, and I'm feeling nauseous in my stomach. And I automatically, like 2 minutes later, this person walks in the store, and he comes over to me, and I automatically start shaking, and my eye just starts twitching. And he looks at me, and he was like, "Hi, ma'am, how are you? What's your name?" And I was like, "Hi, my name's Nala, how are you?" You know, because I work in customer service, so I have to be nice to people. And he was like, "I'm good." He was like, "I've been seeing you around for some time now." And that's when he stopped. He said, and then he was checking me out. He was looking me up and down, looking at my pancakes. And oh, sorry. And I'm over here. When I saw his eyes just look at me, and you could always tell in the eyes, because his eyes were like, it was like his pupils were like dilating bigger, but like it looked like they were getting darker. Like, as crazy as it sounds, it looked like it was getting darker. So I'm like, "Oh, really?" Like, but I'm getting creeped out, and I just start like backing away a little bit. And he was like, "Yeah." He was like, "What hairstyle do you think I should get next?" And I was like, I don't know. A lot of girls like locks nowadays." And he was like, "Oh, really? What you think will look best on me?" And I was like, "That's up to you." I'm just over here, I'm creeped out. And now he's looking at me, like he's getting close to me. He goes closer to me. He's looking at me, like looking straight at me, like looking down at me, like, but like looking in my eye. And he's like just looking at me, and my heart is like, I'm feeling unsafe. And he was like, "Let me get your number." And I was like, "No, I'm good." And he was like, let me get your number. I could take you to my house. Like, we could have a good time. We finna have this big old party later. Like, everybody's finna be there. You know, like, it's gonna be fun. Like, and I was like, I'm good. And he was like, come on, you need to come. Like, you just need to come. And I was like, no. And then, like, one of my coworkers, they could tell I was in like, an uncomfortable situation. So they started to come up. And, they asked me, they was like, no, you good? I was like, yeah, I just gotta go use the bathroom. So I ran to the bathroom. And I was like, oh, like, my body started feeling, because not even uncomfortable, but I could tell that he was filled with lust. Like, you could just feel it. So, later today, I was at work earlier today. And he was like, I saw him again. Y'all, like, I was working and he, like, tapped me on my shoulder. And I'm like, oh, like, he came out of nowhere. And I'm usually, like, very self-aware, but, like, he came out of nowhere. And he was like, here. And he gave me this note. And it was his number. And then he was like, call that for me, please. And then he was like, hey, I'm sorry about yesterday if I came off, like, super... like, he just said, I'm sorry, like, just, but, like, you know how the apology was, like, very, like, you know how guys, they don't really mean it, but they just, you know, they just talking at this point. And he was, like, around his friends, and you know how that is, you're, like, just very uncomfortable and stuff like that. So, he was like, he asked me, he was like, you think I'm pretty? And I was like, your energy, I don't like it. And when I said that, he looked at me. Oh, y'all, he looked at me. I was like, your energy, I don't like it. I feel weird around you. And when he looked at me, his eyes. And his friends are over here, like, they just some creeps. And his friends, he just looked at him, but the way his eyes were, like, dilating, and all I could see was evil in them, and, like, just want, like, just, you know, like, when you walk past around, like, a player, like, horny guys, like, and he was like, huh? And I was like, I could tell, like, something in his body, like, it triggered him. And he was like, you females always think you all that, and and I really like you, and now you're just on bullshit, and like, he was just asking me, he just kept on talking about this party, like, you need to go, and they already had, like, alcohol and stuff, like, they just got done shopping before they came up to me, so I saw, like, alcohol in the bag and stuff like that. And I just looked at him and I gave him this look, and I could tell it was like he was scared or something. I gave him this look, not like a mean look, but I just smiled like I was stupid, and I walked off to the back. And I don't know, but men really do be filled with lust. He was a very lustful person. And you just gotta be careful out here. Especially to my ladies. And same thing with women too. Like, there's a lot of boy crazy, insecure women who hate their friends and throw them under the bus and ditch them for a guy, or just don't really know themselves and feel like they need a certain gender's approval. I've dealt with that as well, but just stay away from lustful people. This world is very lust, especially this generation is just very high, and I'm not trying to downgrade anybody, but just stay safe, watch out, listen to what they are saying, Because half of the time, I'm telling you guys, they be snitching on themselves. They be talking a lot. So if you just stop, listen, keep your emotions, your delusions, like put that to the side and just really listen to what they are saying and watch their body language, they're going to snitch on themselves. Don't get so caught up with their verbal, what's the word? With their compliments or their verbal sex appeal, or I don't know. Just stay safe. I love you guys so much. Yeah. And until next time, stay safe, stay blessed. I love my hakunas. Mwah. Bye-bye. I wanna all night.